I joined Broadway Weekends because I love sharing my passion for theater with others, and I find it so wonderful to share this with my peers who maybe don't get to do this for a living.
One of my favorite moments is at the beginning when we're meeting everyone for the first time and we have one or two people that have never done anything like this before.
We go through the full rehearsal process of what it means to create all of the characters that we play on stage during Come From Away. So we have a music rehearsal process.
Oh, they're amazing. These are people who have performed on Broadway stages or working on Broadway shows.
And I'll tell you something else about the teachers. I was nervous coming in. I didn't know, gosh, what are they going to think of me and what if I can't do this? And they make you feel like you are ready to go on the Broadway stage.
Come here, have fun, we'll help you, and it will be a really, really fulfilling weekend. Woo!
My heart falls straight out of my chest, baby. Your lips and your sweet smile, let me kiss it till I die. For the rest of our lives, yes, you and me were meant to be. For the rest of our lives, drop your guard and take a ride with me, 'cause you got what I want, oh, and I got what you need. For the rest of our lives, it's gonna be a done deal, just wait and see.
Hello, we are Cherry Blend Coffee Roasters, and that's not a typo, we live our coffee. You can see our passion for small batch specialty roasting in every drop of our 14 beautifully created coffees, because we know the details matter when it comes down to giving your family and friends warmth over the holidays, even if they can't be around the table with you. Our coffee's crisp and clean aroma and taste may help you bring back some of your fondest memories or even create some new ones. For $25, you can give someone you love a pot of each of our 14 fresh roasted coffees. If you are unable to get together, we can ship your gift nationwide for $5. To order, just click the link below or check us out at cherryblendcoffeeroasters.com. From our family to yours, happy holidays.
care 12, 13 years ago. We were in 7th grade. I met him at a Bulldogs baseball game. It's a really long time, but it's honestly flown by.
Come, rain or shine.
We graduated high school and then we went to the same undergrads.
We moved apart for graduate school, and it was really hard.
Love, somehow mysteriously, through God's divine grace, grows a lot more in the times of trials.
I'm so proud of you and of us. We did it. We're able to achieve our goal of becoming an occupational therapist and a physical therapist by conquering a lengthy, long-distance relationship. It wasn't easy, but we did it. We've been tested, and if we can make it through that, we can make it through anything.
As long as
First time, Mr. and Mrs. Stan and Allison will please kiss your mouth.
just as sure as the sun will rise, I'll be there when you need me. With every tear
I just want you guys both to know how much I love you, and you guys are much more than just my friends. You're my family, and I hope you continue to let me the third wheel for a lot longer.
Allison and Sam have been together for 12 years, and those 12 years, Sam has become part of our family. We joked a while whether Sam stayed around for Allison or David, but Allison has always been the strong winner.
And Allison, I could not have asked for a better sister. She is the kindest, sweetest human being alive, and I am lucky that Sam picked her as my first sister.
I love Sam and Addison. I'm glad they are married. And they are all my life. And I love them so much. Just as sure as the sun will rise, I'll be there when you need me.
She's very caring, so that's one thing I love about her. She always puts everyone else first, and it's never herself.
He is very caring and supportive and goofy.
And she's also a great cook.
Sam, I've always loved you, and I'll always love you. I can't wait to start our lives together.
Allison, I want to say I love you, and these past 12 years have been amazing. I can't even imagine what the next 20 years entails, but all I know is today, let's enjoy today and soak in every single moment.
Go to the right. I'm like trip over you.
How drunk are you?
How drunk are you? Look
You're
at me
so
like
drunk.
that. I am not.
You can't even look straight at me.
Yes, I can. Okay.
Hey, watch your right boob.
Why?
What's to pop out?
Uh-oh.
It's more people than I thought. How's my hair look? Which one is this?
Everybody, including me, Sam and Allison are incredible people. We all love them. And here is to the bride and the groom.
The bride and the groom! Woo!
Happy marriage.
This is the day I've been waiting for since I met the two of you.
Yes.
Love you, Sam and Allison.
messy.
Oh my God. Dude, did you know when that was the time to say I do?
Yeah.
You said we have.
Well, you have to say, I have come here freely and willingly.
Okay.
I have. And then the rest of them were I do's.
God. I didn't know
You
that.
take this man to be your lawfully wedded
He didn't
husband.
say that.
Well, that's because we said the vows. The
Oh,
only time you
shit.
say I do is if he asks us the question, and then you say I do. So we didn't have to do that.
Yeah, well, I look like an idiot.
No, you don't. Doesn't matter because we're married.
You're
I'm
right.
sorry. Okay. Hi, Colleen.
I'm Amy Guthrie.
I am Joey Marino.
Rich Cosgrove, and I am the 2020 SCAR president.
I'm a SCAR member.
I'm a SCAR member.
We are a community of businesses that care about your success.
Your education.
Your clients.
Your industry.
We care. When you learn to better serve your customers, everyone wins. And those testimonials help everyone get more business.
Which helps us support everyone's business and essentially our dreams.
The SCAR affiliates have invested their time, energy, and money and helped my business grow, but not only me, all of the agents at SCAR.
The bonds that we grow over the years is all because we're in this together, we're working to help each other, and we're gonna come out of the end of this much better.
I would say our relationship is inspirational.
Because of that relationship, not only does it mean there's always a helping hand, it means that we're holding each other to a higher standard.
Commit to superior customer service.
Provide our years of expertise.
I've made some really great friendships through being a member of SCAR. Some of them I would consider to be lifelong friends. And I really think a lot of these people are kind of like my help desk.
They're the first persons that I think to go to whenever there's a problem, even before there's a problem. If I have a client and they have a need, I know exactly who to put them with, whether it's a lender, title company, or home inspector. So they all do an amazing job, and I have a lot of great friendships with them.
The affiliates are dependable and reliable, and they're top-notch referrals. And so because they're such a great resource, I can spend more time at home because I can be sure that my clients and my clients are taken care of, and I don't have to worry. They'll be there from the first handshake to the last email.
And we know that personal touch reflects on
you,
your coworkers,
and your business.
We add value to your membership. So call the people who care, your SCAR affiliates.
Your partners for successful business.
Welcome home.
Hit it! That's what I'm talking about. Wait!
Okay, now, from the beginning.
Hit it, boys.
Smoking big cigars. I hope you're ready for what's coming now. I'm the one on the lady that will bring it down. There's a joint on the corner where the big boys play, where the whiskey's running like the river, but they all never come for the booze and bass. I'm the one on the lady that'll rock this place. That'll rock this place. That'll rock this place. Rock this place. Rock this place. Rock this
From the beginning.
The love of my life, aka the newest Mrs. Tanous. I am beyond thrilled to move on to the next step in our lives. We can take a deep breath and relax.
There's no words to say it.
So it was a blind date. Our two friends, Katie and Dina, basically brought us together.
But I'll find them over time.
I saw a photo of Dad on Super Bowl Sunday.
We were texting for a while and then we finally decided to meet up. It was the day after Valentine's Day. Right away when I saw him, I'm like, okay, he's really cute. And the moment he introduced himself, we sat down and we were just talking the entire date. And I think we both knew right away.
As soon as I walked in and locked eyes with her, it was game over from there.
Like it was just these feelings where I was like, okay, this is it.
There's no way.
I don't sit down and think about my feelings very often, so this may be a little rough. I'm sorry in advance. When I told you that you were the best thing that ever happened to me, you better believe. I 100% believe.
You are the best part of me.
You're a beautiful girl, I know, but you are the most caring, compassionate, and kind person I know. You're intelligent and sassy.
Dad is like a big ball of energy, and Bobby's the calmest person on this planet. No, they're perfect for each other.
You're the yin to my yang, my balance and counterpart. I promise you that I will love you unconditionally. I may not like you at times. We always say that. As you may not like me at times, but I will love you forever.
We're changing each other as we move on with life. That's definitely improving each other.
We have been through our ups and downs, but throughout the whole process, we managed to keep it together. If we can get through coronavirus, we can get through anything.
Every time we thought we were done, it ended up having to be a new start over moment.
We were so close to having our wedding day. It was maybe a month away.
Had to postpone it from April to this time. We didn't know if we need to postpone it again.
Coronavirus definitely made this a lot more stressful. A lot of tears for sure, a lot of crying.
We faced the pandemic, we beat it. We got married. It's forever. We're ready for forever.
Today, the clock starts over, back to zero. It's day one of us becoming one. I can't wait to run this time up to forever. I love you with all my heart and couldn't think of a better partner to be taking this long and exciting adventure with. So buckle up, let's enjoy this journey of life together. P.S. Let's go buy a boat. We were just nervous about making it, to be honest. It was just really stressful and a huge strain on us, but we pushed through, so I feel like it's a pretty good sign.
What else the parents want?
I saw that.
You man coming to the family.
God and everybody, Bobby and Dad will say a yes in a while for a lifetime together. And this yes comes after a strong love story between both of them. This yes comes after they both found in each other what completes them and what gives joy and peace to their heart. This yes comes after they both discovered in each other a true and real gift from God. For the first time, Mr. and Mrs. Robert Tanu.
I hope everyone sees the air that I breathe, I'm missing peace. Wasn't complete.
We genuinely have what it takes. We went through so much together, and we just gotta remember how much we love each other.
The best part of me, my daylight sky blue.
I was in a hotel room in Pittsburgh. I got a call from my other best friend, and I went to the bathroom because I was like, why is Allison calling me? And she just was completely beside herself and said the words. Like, it didn't feel like it was Allison saying them. It was her saying that it's Taylor, that Taylor is dead. And I just remember feeling so helpless.
She had been through so much, and I felt like her story was really cool, and how she was equating, you know, her slow progress as a snail and her friend to the hummingbird that we did. When they bring me a piece that resonates with something that's a part of them, like, and then they can carry it with them forever, that to me is like, that's everything. Like, that's what I want to be a part of.
Come on! Yeah! Here we go! Yeah! 1, 2, 3, 4! Come on!
Thank you so much, Abby. Yes, hello, MPI Ohio. My name is Jamie Kravitz, and I am the energy producer as well as your virtual event co host. I'm so happy to be here, and let's get this show started.
Hi, I'm Patty Halper, Executive Director of the Ohio Restaurant Association Education Foundation, which manages the Ohio Restaurant Employee Relief Fund. Thank you for selecting the Relief Fund as tonight's designated charity.
Welcome, everyone. You're welcome to take a seat wherever one is open. Welcome for those who just joined us. You can take a seat anywhere and we'll get started in just a few moments. Welcome to all of those that are just joining us in the room. There are still some open seats at the front of the room. If you're looking for a seat. Well, I'm really glad they gave me a microphone in a room full of hospitality people. So if everyone could please find a seat, we're going to go ahead and get started. Nicely done. You all can bid on something at the auction for getting quiet. All right, well, let's go ahead and get this party started. I am Abby Border. I am your master of ceremony this evening, but I'm also your immediate past president for about 2 more weeks. So after that, you get to kick me off the board and really like the people then on the board of directors. But I do want to welcome all of you to our 2021 recognition and appreciation event. This year we did things a little differently and we coupled it with our annual auction. So hopefully everyone's had an opportunity to peruse at the room next door, get an idea of what you're going to bid on, bid often, bid high. I hear John Petz is in the house and is going to be spending some money, right? You're welcome. But then I also want to let you know that Well, first, thank you to those that are in the room, but I also want to recognize and thank those that are joining us virtually. We still wanted to be very mindful of how many people we gather together without masks, because I know I'm a hugger, so that's why they put me up here versus out there to be an arm's length from each of you. But those that are joining us virtually, we thank you for being intentional with your time, and thank you for your patience as we got started a little later today. But then I also wanted to introduce a special guest joining us virtually who will have a few words to say.
Thank you so much, Abby. Yes, hello, MPI Ohio. My name is Jamie Kravitz, and I am the energy producer as well as your virtual event co-host. I'm so happy to be here, and let's get this show started.
All right, thank you, Jamie. So to kind of give you a little rundown of what's going to take place this afternoon, we're going to have some announcements from our chapter president, Shannon Sproul. Of course, the moment that you've all been waiting for, the awards program. But then afterwards, we're going to have a little more networking and, of course, more time to go out and bid on those awesome auction items. So at this time, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Shannon.
I'm going to assume that cheer was because this will be the last time I do this, as in 2 weeks I move to immediate past president. No. Thank you guys all for being here. One of the opportunities that we get during this recognition event is to talk about our past year successes as a chapter. And, really each and every one of you being here today, and those of you who are joining us virtually, are our successes. Really, our goal as we moved into these last 12 months as a board was really to say, how do we serve you? How do we serve our membership? And how do we help all of us get through what was unlike anything any of us had ever lived through before? So really thank you guys to your commitment to the chapter, to continuing to give us your voice so that we understood where we needed to improve upon, what we were doing well. And thank you for your commitment to the industry, because I think everybody, and I hugged 90% of you, I think, as you came out the door today, when I asked how you were, we're moving in the right direction, right? And that's really where we are. We are moving in the right direction, and that is so fantastic to see as an industry and as a chapter. So, like I said, in a couple weeks, I will turn this show over to Adrian, and I will move into the immediate past presidency role, but I'm really hopeful that we are starting these next 12 months in a much better place than we're leaving behind us, for sure. So thank you guys for all of that. A couple of things, as Abby mentioned, this is where we're doing things a little differently this year. One of the things that we are doing, and I wanted to call to your attention, is that on everyone's table there should be a QR code. Those are our programs for the year. We did not miss recognizing our award winners or our nominees or sponsors, anything like that. So for those, we should all be used to the QR code by now. But for those of you who might need a little help, if you get your camera out and just scan that, it should pop up to the designed program, which was done by one of our members, Monica Shahade. So thank you to her. I know she can't be here today, but she did the design of that for us. Something else I wanted to talk about real quickly is just our next chapter meeting. So the next time we will all meet live and in person will be in August, and that will be at the Hall of Fame Village in Canton on August 18th. So hopefully you guys can mark that on your calendar and join us. They're lovely enough to host us. They were going to host us earlier in the couple of years, and then there was COVID. So we're finally getting there, and we're finally getting the opportunity to showcase them to the membership. So thank you to them as well. One of the things that I wanted to talk about today too is, as many of you may know, every year we pick a charity to partner with in relation to this auction, and some of the proceeds that we raise go towards this charity. When we were trying to decide over the last 12 months what charity that should be for us this year, we really wanted to focus on somebody who was very much, a group of people that were very much impacted in our space, in our hospitality space. So we decided to do the Ohio Restaurant Employee Relief Fund, and forgive me for having to read that, it's a tongue twister. So we decided to partner with them. They have been fantastic in helping us to promote the events, to get our information out there, and to help us support the auction so that we can turn around and give them a little bit of support as well. I believe that we have a video from Patricia Halper, and we're going to let her tell you a little bit more about her foundation.
Hi, I'm Patty Halper, Executive Director of the Ohio Restaurant Association Education Foundation, which manages the Ohio Restaurant Employee Relief Fund. Thank you for selecting the Relief Fund as tonight's designated charity. In early 2020, when the pandemic hit and devastated our industry, the Education Foundation launched the Relief Fund to provide emergency funding to restaurant, food service, and hospitality employees whose income was significantly impacted. To date, the Relief Fund has issued grants to over 1,400 employees and 2,000 of their dependents and have been able to provide assistance during this very difficult time. The grants were used for housing, food, utility, and medical expenses, from chefs to bartenders to caterers, restaurant managers, dishwashers to waitstaff. The funding was awarded to those who were so accustomed to providing service and support to others. I wanted to share one of the grant recipients' testimonials with you. It's just me and my daughter. I've been in the industry as a server for 25 years. I consider my coworkers and my customers my family, and now I consider you family as well. From the bottom of my heart, please accept this thank you for this grant. These opportunities would not have been possible without the support of so many generous donors, from countless individuals to community organizations and foundations, as well as corporate contributions. We have partnered with so many different groups and fundraisers, just like we are tonight with the Meeting Professionals International Ohio chapter. We are so truly grateful to be a part of MPI's Ohio chapter member recognition, appreciation event, and auction. Please know that your donation will be making a difference to help our industry's employees during one of the most challenging times of their lives. On behalf of the restaurant, food service, and hospitality industry and its employees, please accept our deepest appreciation. Thank you, MPI Ohio chapter, for your generosity, and please enjoy the rest of your evening. Thanks again.
Ladies and gentlemen, please hold your applause until we conclude the recognition of all our sponsors. Let's start off with our platinum level. Of course, our beautiful venue here. Our platinum event sponsor is Brick House Blue. Let's also take a moment to thank those gold event sponsors. We have Love It Video Productions, Experience Columbus, Gnome DX, Lasting Impressions Event Rental, Ian Alexander Photography, and myself, the Energy Producer. A big thank you to our silver event sponsor, Cohatch, where you work, meet, and live. We also have our yearly sponsors, Destination Toledo, Kalahari Resorts and Conventions, and Visit Norfolk. Last but not least, thank you to Prestige AV and Apex Communications Network. Now let's hear it for all of our sponsors. That's right, now. Ladies and gentlemen, please hold your applause.
We can ad lib, it's fine. Yeah, we're good. Shannon, if you want to come up, I will have you continue our program with the outgoing board members.
Yes. Thank you, Abby. All right, as Abby mentioned, we're going to continue by recognizing some of our outgoing board members. I cannot thank them enough for their service over these last 12 months. So as Jamie would tell us, hold your applause to the end, but I'd like to recognize the following outgoing board members: Abby Border, Andrea Cullinan, Michael DePiro, Shayna Richards, and Jennifer Sauber. And thank you again to each of you for all of your service over the last 12 months. We're going to take a picture of the lovely two that are available today to join us in person. Oh, Michael snuck in the back. I didn't see him there. My apologies. Two lovelies and a Michael, is that what you said?
We'll let you be the rose between the two ones.
You're welcome. Thank you for all of your hard work and dedication to this board. You've made a positive impact on MPI Ohio Chapter and MPI International. On behalf of all of the membership, we thank you for your efforts, and let's please give them one more round of applause.
All right, now for our continuing board members. Again, if you could hold your applause to the end, but when I call your name, if you could come up here to the front, and that way we can again have a photo opportunity. Shannon Sproul, immediate past president. Adrian Sisa, president. Angela Hofford, vice president of membership. Kelsey Reckless, vice president of education. Tony Sander, vice president of finance. Anita Washburn, Director of Strategic Partnerships. Holly Drawn, Director of Special Projects. Chad Lusher, Director of Revenue. I'm gonna bring a few more and then you can take one photo. All right, now for our incoming board members. If you could please join us to the front when I call your name. Joan O'Connor, President-elect. Angie Gergley, Vice President of Communications. Ryan Bunner, Director of Conferences. Ann Luketic, Director of Education. Deanna Nowusu, Director of Marketing. and Adam Kowaleski, Director of Member Care. Round of applause, everyone. And I'm going to have you stay because now you're going to have to take your official oath of office. And I appreciate that you all color coordinated. This is a great photo. All right, I am going to read this to make sure I have all the words correct. On behalf of the members of the Meeting Professionals International Ohio Chapter, are you willing to accept the trust placed in you by your peers? Do you agree to serve to the best of your ability? Do you agree to abide by the bylaws and policies of Meeting Professionals International and this chapter? Adhere to the principles of the professional conduct and ethics, and fulfill all the responsibilities of your particular office? If so, answer, I will. I will. To our chapter members in the audience, do you, the members of Meeting Professionals International Ohio Chapter, agree to support these persons whom you have elected to serve as your officers and board members? If so, answer, I will. We wanted some interaction. On behalf of the Meeting Professionals International, we thank you for your work that you will do in this coming year and the time you will invest. I am confident that this board will achieve much success in the year ahead. It is now my honor to introduce the MPI Ohio Chapter Board of Directors for the term of 2021 and 2022. Thank you. You now may be seated. Well, since you just sat down, Shannon, I'm going to ask you to stand back up again. That was like a wedding ceremony, and now it's just going to continue. All right, this is the part that I practiced, and I can guarantee I'm still going to get emotional. So no matter how hard I try, I just want to take a moment to acknowledge Shannon and her friendship and everything that she has done for me personally and professionally, and what she has given to the chapter and will continue to give to our chapter. This office of the president with these three amigos has been an amazing experience. So thank you, Shannon. And here's a little token of my appreciation to you. You can enjoy it later.
I'm excited.
All right, so now that we have our board of directors, you've seen me get emotional and weepy, we're all paying attention. Now for the reason that you're actually here, the awards, right? Well, it's time to announce some winners. Woo-woo!
Review the nominations and choose the winners. Our first award is for Committee of the Year. I'd like to mention that the work that all of our committees do throughout the year is invaluable to our organization, and without each and every one of our volunteers, our chapter simply could not exist. We could not put on any of the programs that we do without your support. So, I thank all of our volunteers for the dedication and passion that they bring to MPI. The nominees for Committee of the Year are this year. Instead of having the Recognition Committee select our winner, the Education Committee, Membership Committee, and the Finance Strategic Partnerships Committee.
Wonderful nominees. And now the winner of this year's Committee of the Year is the Education Committee. Shannon, if I can recruit you, we have a little token of appreciation for each of these committee members. So as I read your name, if you are present, please come forward. And of course, step to my left for a photo opportunity. Fran Brown, Monica Shahadi, Taylor Cordalilo, Danielle Dobkins, Holly Drawn, Michael Farrell, Angela Groover, Hallie Markwitz, Joan O'Connor, Kelsey Reckless, Diana Shackelford, Maggie Walton, and Daniel Witt. So as they get a photo, I'm going to share a little bit of the summary of the nomination that they received. The Education Committee has certainly had a year of unprecedented events. They have transitioned incredibly well from 100% in-person to 100% virtual and now hybrid, as we have been all impacted by COVID-19. They have not only overcome the obstacle of how to continue to provide an educational benefit to our members with meetings and events, but they have secured dynamic speakers providing relevant contact to our members for the continuing education. What started as a small committee has morphed into a large group of hospitality professionals on both the supplier and planner side of the industry that truly aspire to give return on investment to all of our members. Hats off to the members of the Education Committee for doing a great job for the Ohio chapter members. Thank you all. I'm going to recruit Danielle to be my Vanna White for the remainder here of our award ceremony, so thank you, Danielle. Up next is our award for the Supplier of the Year. The Supplier of the Year goes to an accomplished meeting professional, someone who has made a significant contribution to the industry and their community, including our MPI Ohio chapter. Our nominees this year are Ann Doherty from the Fawcett Center, Brian Monahan, Prestige AV and Creative Services, and Nina Parson, Company Car and Limousine. And the winner of the Supplier of the Year goes to Brian Monahan. Brian, if you want to step over, and while your photo is being taken, I will share some of the words that have been shared about you. Brian and the entire Prestige AV and Creative Services team has been a life-saving partner to the Ohio chapter this year. When the pandemic hit, they immediately raised their hands to help the chapter continue to provide our members with educational content virtually. Brian and his team were more than willing to do whatever it took to make our virtual event successful, all while being fun and easy to work with. Thank you, Brian, and the entire Prestige team. Up next is our Planner of the Year Award. The Planner of the Year Award is presented to the planner whose efforts, initiatives, and creative ideas have resulted in significant accomplishments in his or her career, as well as contributions to the industry and our community. Our nominees are Meredith Berliner, American Express Meetings and Events, Ann Netzley Hollins, Events Outlined, LLC, Ashley Lawson, Achieve Incentives and Meetings, and Susan Pitts, Progressive Insurance. And the winner of Planner of the Year is Ann Netzley Hollins. Congratulations, Ann. So as you stand awkwardly while I read what your nominations include, bear with me because Ann had many, many nominations that I consolidated, just so you know. Ann has been critical to the success of MPI's Ohio Special Projects Committee over the past year. When the pandemic first started, Ann suggested a number of ideas for how we could not only connect our members, but have meaningful interactions. From a walking challenge to online games and planner-only forums, just to name a few, we've continued to engage and receive donations throughout the year to support our chapter. And remember, this is on top of her paying job. Her business has continued to grow despite the pandemic and has continued to increase her client interactions who are benefiting from her knowledge of both in-person and virtual events. Other nominations continue to state that Ann has been a tremendous asset to our chapter. She is always innovative in her ideas and eager to raise a hand to support an endeavor, doing it with a positive attitude even in the most challenging of years. Ann's in-depth knowledge of the industry is also apparent in both her extensive knowledge of her vendor colleagues and their strengths, as well as her ability to talk technology and help guide her peers through the world of virtual offerings. She's truly a collaborative partner. Ann is not afraid of rolling up her sleeves and doing the hard work to make our industry successful. Congratulations, Ann. Our next award we will be presenting is the Leadership Award. This award goes to the MPI volunteer who has gone above and beyond, not only bringing original ideas to the table, but executing on those ideas and programs that will better help our chapter. Our nominees this year are Meredith Berliner, American Express Meetings and Events, Ryan Bunner, Nationwide Insurance, Deanna Dinosu, of Deanna Camille, Nina Parson, Company Car and Limousine, and Amanda Smith-Rasnick, Lake Erie Shores and Islands CVB. And the Leadership Award winner is Nina Parson. And now you understand why I couldn't have you in here while we were practicing. She didn't know. She couldn't understand while helping us plan this event that all of a sudden she no longer had access to Dropbox. She wasn't copied on correspondence. We just said, you've got enough on your plate to do. But while Nina's getting her photo, I will let you know that this is the first time working with Nina on a committee, but she has shown such adaptability and leadership during a really challenging year. She is detail-oriented and makes creative suggestions during our meetings. She is a fantastic leader in our chapter. Other nominations continued with words like, Nina has been an invaluable member of the Strategic Partnership Committee. Her can-do attitude and extraordinary efforts over the year were instrumental in getting the chapter back to hosting in-person meetings. She initiated conversations with venues that had agreements in place and were canceled during the pandemic. With Nina's efforts, these arrangements were able to be renegotiated and rescheduled for the 2021-2022 calendar. Nina's involvement with ILEA has been an asset to the MPI Ohio chapter, as she is connected with industry professionals from across the state. Her creative ideas and continuous energy that is also infectious, in a good way, for the rest of her committee. When the chapter was in need of a chairperson for the June recognition event, Nina stepped up to fill that role. In the span of just 5 months, she has been able to use her connections, creativity, and endless energy to pull together what will undoubtedly be one of the best chapter events this year. And I can say we're off to a great start. Thank you, Nina. Next up is our Backpack to Briefcase Award. This award is presented to a current MPI Ohio student member. He or she is someone who is dedicated to learning about the industry, continues to work on their education, is innovative in their ideas and approach, and stays active in their community. Our nominees are Aaron Garrett, student at Bowling Green State University, and Abigail Pollux, student at Bowling Green State University. Our Backpack to Briefcase winner is none other than Abigail. And you didn't even know to bring your mom, and you were winning an award. As Abigail gets her photo, words shared were Abigail is the current president for the MPI Falcons chapter. She has been an active student member within MPI Ohio chapter and was active in the charter of the MPI Falcon chapter as well. She continues to inspire hospitality students at Bowling Green State University, as well as students in hospitality across Ohio. Her posts and shares within the MPI community is just one example of her passion to help others grow personally and professionally as they pursue a degree in hospitality. Abigail is a great asset to both the supplier or planner side of the industry when she turns her backpack into a briefcase. So those hiring in this room, you've got one coming down the pike. Thank you so much, Abigail. Thanks, Ann. I appreciate that. You always support the Falcons. Over the past year, we have had a number of venues graciously host an event for our MPI Ohio chapter, despite the extremely difficult circumstances this past year. These suppliers went above and beyond to make our hybrid events possible this last year. Our host venues cover many, if not all, of the expenses that come with holding an event. Without the generosity of these partners, we would not be able to experience these wonderful opportunities throughout the year. Recognizing just one of our venues is a difficult choice, as all of our venue sponsors do so much to help our chapter. All of their efforts are so graciously appreciated. Let's go ahead and give all of our suppliers a big round of applause. This year's nominees for Venue of the Year are Duke Energy Convention Center, Mid-America Conference 2020. Embassy Suites by Hilton Columbus Airport, 2020 In-Depth Education Day. Lytle Park Hotel and Autograph Collection, October 2020 Chapter Luncheon. Mohican State Park Lodge, Mid-Year Board Retreat. Nationwide Hotel and Conference Center, June 2020 Recognition Event. Southern Tier Brewery, how about that? And I'm even reading right off of a paper. November 2020 Cleveland Member Mixer. We asked our members to vote on the venue that they felt provided a significant contribution to the chapter by not only providing a space for the event, but a memorable member experience through their service, execution, and creativity. The winner of the Venue of the Year is Embassy Suites by Hilton Columbus Airport. Like many hotels currently, we are spread very thin with limited staff. No one, unfortunately, from the Embassy Suites Columbus Airport was able to attend this evening, as many of their leadership, as well as the employees they do have, are working diligently at the property, checking in guests, checking out guests, being servers, all of the good stuff that comes with hospitality. So they certainly would love to have been here, but I am honored to accept this award on their behalf. So since no one will be coming up to take a photo, I'll just go ahead and read what the nomination entailed. The venue truly deserves recognition for being the trailblazer in hospitality during a pandemic. When the membership was ready to transition from 100% virtual to a hybrid meeting, Embassy Suites by Hilton Columbus Airport graciously raised their hand to host, despite the industry trend of limited staff overall due to ongoing mandatory layoffs, coupled with the lack of employees ready to rejoin the workforce. With the dynamic staff on hand, they gathered us in their beautiful ballroom with physically distanced tables, provided a plated served lunch, taking all safety measures into consideration, and rekindled faith within our community that together anything is possible. Thank you, Embassy Suites by Hilton Columbus Airport, for a job very well done. Five years ago, we were honored to establish the Christy Selby Lifetime Achievement Award. Christy had lost her battle with cancer, but she will forever be in our hearts. This year's nominees for the Christy Selby Lifetime Achievement Awards are Catherine Gardette, Prestige AV and Creative Services, Ann Luketic, Progressive Insurance, and Amanda Smith-Rasnick, Lake Erie Shores and Islands CVB. And I said I was only going to get emotional once. Now we're up to 2. On behalf of the MPI Ohio Chapter Board of Directors, I would like to recognize Ann Luketic as our Lifetime Achievement Award winner this year. Ann is currently at WEC, since we didn't think about when WEC, in our defense, WEC was scheduled for a different date. So we picked this date and they picked our date. So we have a little message from Ann.
So sorry that I couldn't be there with you today to accept this award in person. I know how much hard work and planning went into this event, and I'm excited you can join us here today. I wanted to thank the MPI members and board for choosing me for such a prestigious award. Being part of and serving the meetings industry has been a privilege that I'm grateful for every day. When I first learned I was nominated, I thought how lucky I am to be part of this industry for almost 30 years. After I hung up the phone with Adrian, I reflected back on my career, the roles I've held, the events I've hosted, and all the amazing people who are now part of my life. I also thought how far this industry has come in the past few decades and all that we've accomplished. We're not just a group of people who sell space, plan events, run production, or serve in other supporting roles. We think beyond the event and how we can help the environment, change legislation, tackle current issues, and mostly support each other, especially now. I remember my first World Education Conference and walking to that huge ballroom filled with thousands of people and realized, wow, these people do what I do and are now part of my world. At first it was overwhelming, but then I quickly learned how much energy and passion this group has for the industry and how quickly they became my mentors, my sounding board, sometimes my therapist, but mostly my friends. You are all truly part of my meeting planning family, and I'm grateful to be surrounded by such a talented group of people. Again, I want to thank the MPI members and board for this honor, the planning committee for all the time and energy you put into this event, my family for their constant support over the years, my students and mentees who put up with my crazy classroom antics and silly stories, and all my friends, both inside and outside the industry. MPI has been such an important part of my career, and I'm honored to be this year's recipient of the Christy Selby Lifetime Achievement Award. I look forward to my term as Director of Programs and serving the members of the MPI Ohio chapter. Thank you.
Although she can't hear me, thank you, Ann. As you all know, the CMP program is an important part of our industry and an esteemed accomplishment for meeting professionals. After Christy's passing, her husband Steve and the family set up the Christy Selby Scholarship Fund to help others in this industry to have the ability to earn their certification. If you're interested in applying for this scholarship or making a gift of any size to this fund, we have supplied each table with a brochure, which I believe is part of the QR code in your program. Or you can contact Jessie, our chapter administrator, for more details. Speaking of CMP professionals, I would like to take a moment to recognize those CMPs in the room who earned their certification over the past year. As I call your name, you know the drill. You come up here to my left and you stand for a photo. But we do have a little gift for you as well, so be sure to see Danielle on your way by. Ann Campbell, Ohio National Financial Services. Emma Haydoff, National Association of State Treasurers. Beth Reese, Resource Exhibit and Event Services. And Trey Weaver of Trey Weaver. I just realized I forgot Ann Waters from OSU Faculty Club. Sorry if you're here. Otherwise, Trey, you just sport it over there and get your photo. Own it for all 5. Just own it for the group. Thank you, Trey. Congratulations. But if anyone else in the room has their CMP, if you could please stand just so we could recognize how many of you have taken the time to be intentional to further your career. Well done. And Danielle, thank you so much for your help.
Our members are the reason why we are an award-winning chapter. Because of the years of experience between our suppliers and planners, they are true examples of why our chapter continues to be sustainable. It is truly amazing to see the dedication and loyalty that our members have to the organization and our chapter. But today we have a number of members that are sharing a milestone anniversary with us during this 2020-2021 fiscal year. As I call your name, please come forward to the stage. We would love to grab a photo of you at this moment. Starting off with our 5-year anniversaries. Congratulations to Meredith Berliner, Andrea Cadoto, Leslie Cornathan, Terry Dilree, Rosa Heiss, Aaron Lewis, Julia Newhard, Mary Patchen, Jennifer Sauber, Jennifer Woods. And now let's kick it off for our 10-year anniversaries. Congratulations, Donna Brooks, Ann Doherty, Kimberly Finch, Catherine Gardette, Shayna Richards, and Maggie Walton. And now let me remove myself. It's time to move on up to 15 and 20-year anniversaries. Congratulations, 15 years to Ms. Beth Berkheimer. And finally, for our 20-year anniversaries, congratulations, Joanne Hutzinger, Don Miller, Janine Roethlisberger, and Jennifer Veselko.
Well, thank you to Jamie, my virtual co-host. I appreciate all of you for listening to our 5, 10, 15, and 20 year. And we have the 3. Why don't you scoot over and center? Come on, you know better than that.
There's no X's.
There are not X's. I figured the 3 of you could figure it out.
Oh, wait, sorry, hold on.
All right. Another round of applause. Thank you so much for your dedication to our chapter. Jennifer's been on the board, but I now see 2 more people who are, I can see you on a succession plan here. 3, 5 years. You're going to be on a flip chart at the next board retreat, so be ready. All right. Well, before I call Adrian Sisa, our incoming president, to conclude our program, I'm going to go ahead and do a drawing for the May Walking Challenge. So can anyone tell me? I didn't participate. I'm so sorry. I walked a lot, but I didn't track it. You have to, for anyone who walked over 100 miles, that's the deal. If you walked over 100 miles in the month of May and reported it through an app that I don't have. Count it. Count it. If Count It counted you walking more than 100 miles in the month of May, you were eligible to be put into this modified fishbowl. And I'm going to have someone draw. Let's see who. Our photographer doesn't know anyone in here, so it's not rigged. Unless you do, and I don't know. Okay, I don't recognize your eyes, so. All right, do you want to read it or do you want me to read it? Maggie Walton from Assurix Global. I don't know what you win, Maggie, but congratulations. She was walking here and got delayed. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, see Jesse, but you're not here, right? Okay, so Jesse will get it to you. Thank you for participating. All right, so now without further ado, I will call Adrian up here to kind of close us out with some remarks and get us on our merry way back over to continue to bid often, right, John?
I mean, I'm your only thing between drinking.
Right.
So thank you, Abby. Many of you should probably know I did volunteer Abby to be our MC today. So thank you, and what a fabulous job she has done. We also want to thank our recognition committee. It has been a tough year this year, and everybody's done such an amazing job. So thank you, recognition committee. And of course, thank you to Shannon Sproul, our fearless leader this year. What a year. Who would have thought? And I don't think I'm ready in 2 weeks, but we will see what happens. So many of you will find this out in the coming weeks. We will have a theme for this year, and it will be larger than life, because we are getting back to meetings, we're getting back to in-person. Clearly we all want to be together, and I'm so excited to step into these very big shoes and see what we do. But this really concludes our program for the afternoon. We want to say thank you as a small token of appreciation for your membership. Lasting Impressions with JP back in the back, if you want to raise your hand, has donated the wine bar and beer complimentary. We also have 6 sponsors who very generously gave food. It is from North High Brewing, Condado, Dublin Village Tavern, Fukurayu Ramen, Z Cucina, and Fido's. And I made a little map that shows you where they are in case you want to continue the party afterwards. Although I have been told there's an after party at Pins. So, but they only have alcohol, they don't have food. So if everybody please stick around, mingle, eat, and drink, and celebrate, and don't forget to bid until 5:50, and you also have one final opportunity for a headshot with our good friend over here. He's doing a fabulous job, and thank you so much to everybody for coming, and we look forward to seeing you in August.
And for any of our award winners, we do have the box for your awards, so you can get it home safely and display it wherever you wish. Thank you all again. Enjoy your evening. Michael DePiero, Andrea Cullinan, are you still in the house? If you can please come to the front of the room, Michael and Andrea. Thank you.